Hey guys, so today's video is something I'm super duper excited about. I literally am all about making life a little bit easier, especially when it comes to school. So I hope you enjoy this video. Don't forget to subscribe and give it a giant like. But today's video is actually in partnership with Audible.com. They have an unmatched selection of audiobooks, a bunch of original audio shows. They have comedy and news and so much more. And today you can actually get a free audiobook and a 30-day free trial at www.audible.com/makeuplover. So let's go ahead and get started with the video. So hack number one is going to help you with waking up in the morning. I have a tendency of leaving my alarm right next to me and then snoozing consistently, nonstop, and that doesn't help. You just kind of keep prolonging your pain. So you go ahead and put your alarm clock on the other side of the room. That way when you wake up, you are forced to get out of bed. No matter how upset you are about it, you're out of bed and just don't go back. Hack number two is super simple, but make your breakfast or your lunch the day before. And I love making smoothies personally because I can just shove everything in there. It's super simple. You can even make yourself iced coffee, whatever you want. But I just go ahead, throw in a bunch of fruit, blend that up, and once you're done, you can put it into mason jars or some sort of a container that you like to drink out of. And then I just close it, seal it, put it into my fridge, and then the next morning, all I have to do is throw a straw in, take it in the car, and I'm on my way. Hack number three is super simple, but it helps so much. I have a tendency of forgetting my projects or certain things that I've been working on because I'm always in a rush to make it in time for school. And I'm super happy to be on time, but then I realize I made a crucial mistake and forgot my project and freak out. So to prevent that, just use a post-it note, stick it on the door the night before so you remember to bring something. So whether or not you are forgetting your backpack or just simple stuff, just shove as much as possible on and you'll remember. Just be cautious and make sure you read the entire note collection. Don't make mistakes. Hack number four is also very simple, but I like to set my clocks in my room and in my car about 10 minutes ahead. That way I'm not necessarily rushing, but at least I have a 10-minute buffer zone. So hack number five is actually audible.com. I'm not the biggest fan of reading, honestly. I love to listen, and I'm a very visual learner, but I'm not a big fan of sitting down and actually reading it. And since Audible has so many options and so much to just listen to, it's so convenient, especially if your English class, say, is reading a book. You can go ahead, go to Audible, find that book, and listen to it instead. This way you can listen to it when you're in the shower, on your way to school, when you're doing whatever it is that you're doing around the house. I listen to it when I'm doing laundry, cleaning my room, even when I'm like cooking or just, you know, living life. And actually recently I started listening to this one book called Girl Code, and it is so motivating. It is like life-changing. I basically didn't even realize I was listening to it like the entire day. It was so motivating. I was ready to conquer the world, and I highly recommend you listen to it. And you guys can actually get a free audiobook with a 30-day trial at www.audible.com/makeuplover. And this way you guys can test it out for the school year, whether it is that you are looking for something to read for, you know, your English classes or something for pleasure. There are just so many good books out there, and this is just life-changing because now I can be up there saying that I'm reading books when I'm really just listening to them. Hack number six is when you forget your calculator for class.
Students, please take out your calculators. This is a very important assignment. Okay, you're really gonna need to know this for your exam. And I'm only gonna show you once, so hopefully that you forget it and you can all flunk the test. I mean, remember this for your test.
When you realize that you forgot your calculator, usually it's really important to follow along with your professors or your teachers, but there's actually this website called Desmos, DESMOS.com, and it's basically an online graphing calculator and you can save your graphs. Hack number seven is all about being a smart procrastinator. At the end of this semester, you actually have a really big project due, so I highly recommend that you guys start working on it today, maybe tomorrow, just like a little bit, little by little each day, a little bit each week, so then by the end, you guys are going to be done and it's not going to be overwhelming. This is not an assignment you can do in one night. I'm looking at you, Alina. I am not going to work on that until like the last day. Psh, challenge accepted. What I do is I set myself an alarm about 2 weeks in advance before the due date, and then every day ever since then, so that I get a constant reminder from my phone that there is a project due and you should probably start working on it. And it really helps, I promise. Hack number 8 is super awesome because it's really helpful, helps me write papers. Are you ever stuck just sitting there like what topic to write about? You have a blank piece of paper like just watching you, you're freaking out, write about something that makes you mad. Whatever topic it is, there is something that frustrates you, and you get frustrated, you write so much, you have so much to say. Some symptoms do include you talking to yourself when you get really upset, but you just get so many words, so much to talk about, that eventually you may overwrite and write too much, so be cautious, please. Hack number 9 is Google. Google is your friend. Whenever I didn't know any kind of like homework question, I would immediately go to the internet. You can find study guides, Quizlets have a bunch of options. Don't waste your time sitting there making study guides or going through all your notes when there are things out there available, especially for college classes that are huge, or AP classes, things that are just common all around the states. It's easy to find study materials on the internet. Same way, if you have a homework question, you can probably find it if you Google it directly. Hack number 10 is double speed.
This is taking so long. Get to the point.
Oh. So I can't stand it when my professors make like 45-minute lectures, because for me, I just like can't pay attention that long, especially because their like rate is really slow, like speaking. So I like to go ahead and speed it up. You can do it in the little settings of YouTube, and you can speed up the video so you can still understand what they're saying, but it's kind of going faster. So maybe you think faster and that's like easier to keep your attention, then do it. If you feel like you need it to go slower, you can also make it go slower. But Audible has the same exact option, and I absolutely love that, especially when you're listening to a book about like something for class and you really want to make sure you do it as fast as possible. It really, really does help, and you normally can understand everything they're saying. It just goes a lot faster. Hack number 11 is actually whenever you don't know what like a certain phrase is that you want to use in your essay, you're like, I totally have it on the tip of my tongue, I don't know what it is, and then you end up calling your friends and being like, hey, so you know when you're trying to say like this, like what is another way of saying it? And your friends are like, Alina, you have lost your mind, please stop calling and leave me alone, I am writing this paper as well. Well, now I actually discovered Word Hippo. It's like a website where you can write in whatever like phrase you're kind of looking for, like a way to describe it, or like the word that's opposite of it, and it'll tell you a bunch of different phrases for it, and normally you can find what you're looking for. It's like such a lifesaver. Hack number 12 is actually study guides in the shower. I've done this so much, especially in high school. What I would do is I would take a study guide or like a little cheat sheet of things that I really need to make sure I remember, because I spend a lot of time in the shower, and I tape it or quote unquote laminate it. So if you have a laminating machine, that's great. But you can hang it up in your shower, and while you're in the shower, you can actually study it. It keeps it from getting wet, but at the same time, you can be sitting there, and while you're like shaving your legs or washing your hair, you can be like thinking about it, really going deep, and it really helps me study well because I spend so much time in there. Hack number 13 is actually when you have professors.
You know what? I don't believe in homework. I think it is a cruel way of abusing my students. So I don't believe in that. I also do not believe in tests. So you guys are all gonna get straight A's this semester. So honestly, I wanted to change the class a long time ago from calculus to nap time, and I think this is the semester I'm going to do it. So make sure you bring your pillows and your blankets and just have a great time.
You can get either a really good professor or sometimes a really bad professor.
No, I do not play games. I'm not going to curb your grades. The average that people normally get in this class is a D. I will not raise your grade. Don't ask me.
And you don't want to be scared of that. So the best thing for college, I've noticed, is ratemyprofessor.com, especially when you're picking professors or you're trying to switch into another section. It really also does help because people do say how, like the best way to study for those classes and for those professors. It definitely saved my life. Hack number 14 is whenever you're trying to cite something. I hate citing. It's just such a hard concept for me to memorize, but CiteThisForMe.com actually does it for you, and you can like Google and search the book, and they sometimes have them in their like library, so then you can go ahead and it automatically cites it for you. So it's like huge hack. Hack number 15 is for people like me who are addicted to Netflix. I have an issue where, especially during finals, I try to run away from my responsibilities, and I'm just like looking, I'm like, oh, one more episode. And normally I do it to myself. I just like don't touch it, and like Netflix starts the next episode for me. But basically what I do is I take the password and I have my parents change the password, or one of my good friends, and then I can't get in. And it saves me because then I don't have any other option but to study. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check out audible.com. You guys can get your free audiobook and 30-day free trial at www.audible.com/makeuplover. Anything you want to listen to, Audible has it. Go ahead and check it out. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to give it a giant like, subscribe, and comment down below. I can't wait to chat with you guys. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.